Okay, this is John Wright from Chief Sealth International High School, and this is specifically for my computer application students. We are going to start working towards PowerPoint and passing the Microsoft Office Specialist Certification in PowerPoint. This section will focus on 1.1, creating a presentation, although I do briefly want to point out that this all comes from the Microsoft Office Specialist exam. Certiport is the company which provides the exam. Microsoft, of course, writes PowerPoint or creates PowerPoint, Word, Excel, etc. You'll see that each of the exams has a topics list. Now, it generally is not best to just start with this list. There's lots of resources out there. But nonetheless, through these presentations, I will try to pull a summary together of these. So the first domain we're going to cover is just creating a presentation. We'll just walk through these three here. Okay, with that, we're going to go and open up PowerPoint 2016, of course. Now at this point you can see there is just a blank presentation or lots of various templates. Okay, just for creating any new one, you can just create a blank one. Let's just go ahead and take a circuit for the moment. Notice even here with this particular template there are various options. Maybe we want to choose red for today and click on create. And there we go. We can start our PowerPoint presentation at this time. Now, I'm going to actually go back to File and New, but I'm going to start with a blank presentation because one of the things which they are noticing for us to do is to actually create a presentation based on a template. But let's look first at how to actually create a template. So here I am with my nice clean PowerPoint. And maybe I'll do a couple things such as format the background. I'm just going to choose a couple weird things for the moment. Maybe I'll change some colors. Maybe I'll change some preset aspects here. We'll change it from linear to radial. We'll go into all this stuff later on. No real reason to get too freaked out about it now. So maybe for some reason this is now the type of template I want to use for all my things. I might even change this up and make this a little bit smaller, etc. We get the idea at this point. What I can now do is File, Save As, and I'm going to go to this PC, even though I do have OneDrive and SharePoint available. Now, I'm going to look here. This wants me to save it as a PowerPoint presentation, but we're talking about saving it as a template. We will use throughout our studies for this exam about 4 or 5 of these options. PowerPoint template. Now watch what happens up here. When I click on PowerPoint template, notice it automatically takes me to the custom Office templates. I'm going to call this 1.1 sample, so therefore it's just a little something to play with. Let's click on Save. There we go. Now I can close my PowerPoint and reopen or start a new one. I'll go to File, New. But look, here's the featured, all these pre-done templates by Microsoft. Underneath Personal, I actually have 2 personal templates I've created. One for my daily plan for my financial algebra classes, and this one here that we just kind of jokingly quickly created. And there I go. I can start it and voila. But if I like that particular formatting, my template is now ready to go. So looking at our things, just creating a new presentation, creating it based on a template. We opened up both a template that was pre-done and our own. Now let's look at importing Word document outlines. I am quickly going to show you a sample outline which was created by Certiport. If I click on my key issues or ownership or security, notice the heading 1 is always highlighted. If I click on ownership, it went to heading 2. I can click around through the various things. Notice most of these are heading 2, but down here under customer data, employee data, oops, one of these, they actually created a heading 3. I had the wrong one. Heading 3. So we have different headings, heading 1, heading 2, and heading 3. This is called computer use policy. It's a pre-done Word document. I'm going to close that. Let's go back to our PowerPoint, and we're going to go to New Slide. When we use the down arrow, we can see there's an option for slides from outline. Outline was the word we saw in the certification topics list. And voila, I actually have already a folder that has my computer use policy. What's so nice about that outline where I had heading 1, heading 2, and heading 3? I can now insert, and notice my outline is already created in terms of my various slides. It can save a huge amount of time if I have a Word document and I now want to create a PowerPoint to go with that presentation. Hopefully you enjoyed this 1.1 introduction. Thanks a lot.